Okay, hi. I know I've been in oh my god. I've been in a hiatus for a while. I was in a reading slump really bad. I still kind of am. I'm gonna pull myself out of it. Um, I don't know how. Anyways, hi. Guess I didn't intro this right. But, I was like, you know, it kind of started my dad and I yesterday. I got home from work and kind of got into a spat. Things are going on. I'm going to probably be moving again. Yippee. So, along with trying to figure everything out, and eventually I have to get my license, because, I'm 23 and I can't drive. Yay. Um, but, one of my big things is I have too much screen time, because I work, currently my job's only part-time, and I work at the butt crack of dawn. I have to get up at 4 a.m. to go to work. So I end up waking up, between 4 and 4:30. I have to be at work by 5:45. We open at 6 and then I'm done at noon. So by the time my day ends and I'm home, I'm usually a little worn out and tired. So then, I end up just kind of coming home and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to eat lunch quick and do a little bit of cleaning, which usually just ends up being, taking care of a litter box and doing dishes, if there are any dishes. And then after that, I'm just like, cool, so what do I do now? So then I just end up doom scrolling. I don't end up reading. I don't really end up doing anything that doesn't involve a screen. Because also, granted, when I'm not on my phone, I end up playing on my Switch. I've been playing the new Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, which I'm having very much fun with. Even though I decided to make 6 islands. We're not going to talk about that. Because one thing I told someone who I did work with, and she recently left because she moved. But, like Animal Crossing, where you can only have 1 island per system. Tomodachi Life, it's just an island per profile. So if you want to just keep making more islands, just keep making more profiles. Not the best idea, but my brain was like, no. There's things I want to do, but I want to keep them separate. But I also played the demo 3 times. Because I was impatient for it to release. But anyways, my other creative outlet that hasn't been involving screens is I've been diamond painting, and I don't remember if I've, if I, mentioned that at all in any past video. Probably not. I think I've only been doing it for maybe I did. I've been doing it for a year now, a little over a year. I will show what I have in progress. Just give me a minute to grab them. Okay, so I have 2 that are prepped, and I've kind of started nibbling at. As you can tell, it's Jack and Sally, Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, that sun shines through it perfectly. I thought this lighting was horrible. It actually helps. So I started that one a little bit. My biggest reason for if I have multiple prepped, it's usually because when they come rolled up, sometimes the cellophane splits. It if I move stuff around, because I have a pile of them. Oh yeah, you can see them right there. All those boxes. Those are all diamond paintings. But sometimes the cellophane tears and they fall out, and then it's either, if I think they're fine, I'll just try to store them a little better to just keep it together, or I just say screw it and I'll prep them and then set them off to the side and just make sure that they, what am I thinking? Oh, they keep the pack with the diamonds in it. so they all stay together. Because this one I actually almost lost it multiple times. So, you know, I eventually got irritated and it piled up on my table. And then, the first one I'm doing from Diamond Art Club, this one's technically discontinued. It's called Bakery by the lovely artist Bailey J. I've been following her on YouTube forever. Probably like 10, 11 years at this point. Sadly though, all the art of hers that was listed, they all come up discontinued, which bums me out. So everyone I've found, I've bought off of Mercari. I tried to get a couple of them from eBay. Then I looked at the reviews of the seller. And I think the seller is not active anymore because they don't reply to messages. They won't send it. Like, you get no tracking information. So I'm like, crap. So I'm trying to get those refunded. Because the ones I found on eBay were her Vera and Pedal Dance. And I found both in Mercari. I got Pedal Dance on the way. I have to wait till I have money and I'm not broke and only have like $7 to my name. To get Vera at some point. But, just for those who are curious, I will show some of the ones I have finished. Because I have this one that holds a lot of my smaller ones. So here's another Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a 30 by 30 centimeter, I think. And then I have these ones from Michael's that came in a 6-pack. So here's 2 mushrooms. 2 sets of mushrooms. Sorry, this next page. It's art from friends and from back in high school. And I didn't think anyone would really care to see those at the moment. And then here's 3 and 4. And then 5 and 6. I could flip the pages. And then these ones, funny enough, are actually from Dollar Tree. So I got Tiger, my favorite animal, for anyone curious. And then this butterfly one. And this is the last diamond painting I actually just finished. Because I wanted to do something small. I think I had like a day off or something. Day or 2 off. No, I think I was on my last day off. So, oopsies. And then we get to the first portfolio I bought, which has more. Except for this one you can see, well, right here up front. This, kind of wonky, I can't hold it right. This one is actually one I didn't do. It was a gift from my grandma, and I just finally had a proper place to store it. I made this one of a cat, because it actually kind of looked like our cat Connie, who's actually sitting in front of me. But I don't have the hands to grab her, and she doesn't like being picked up. Oh, flip. I have this one, Mushrooms and Moths. That was actually the first one I ever finished, and I think it's still one of my favorites. Hi, Con. Sorry, I had to say hi to her. Before she does mischievous things. And then there's this one with the jack-o'-lanterns. This one is, I think, the last normal-sized one I finished. It was such a pain in the butt. This is all, like, color blocking. It was so much black. Like, even on the camera, you can barely tell that the black pumpkin has, like, any hints of gray or blue in it. It took me forever, and I kept losing motivation. Like, it was putting me in a creative slump. Because, like, it was just so much of one color. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, but I don't like confetti and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I can attain to both sides. Sometimes I can't stand confetti, and sometimes I'm just like, why is everything just color blocked? But, anyway. And then I have this one. I think this was the second one I ever finished. Of Mr. Ryomen Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. We love him. And then, actually I lied. That was the most recent one. Another one of Ryomen Sukuna. Because this is the one I finished after doing the jack-o'-lanterns, because I had it prepped. Because I had the 3 prepped and ready. to go, which was that blue one, the jack-o'-lanterns, and the Nightmare Before Christmas one I showed that I started dabbling at. Okay, then before we get to the big one, I have another one the same size as the yellow one, but blue because it came in a 2-pack. But okay. So I also got paint by numbers, and this is the only paint by number I did. I got 3 more. So I did this one of Shigeru Gito. The other ones I have one of Sukuna, Nanami, and Gojo, and those I have yet to work on. They will get worked on eventually. And the only other artworks in there were more artwork from high school that I don't feel like showing. I just wanted a place to store it because I didn't want to throw them away. Then we got the big boy. So this one, another one I really recently finished, was this one. Just like weirdly, like, whoa. Had parts on it that like didn't have anything I had to attach to. And this one I got at Target. Because my Target, I don't know about anyone else's Target, there were only 4 designs, and I got all 4. And they're all kind of like this, where there's spots where there's nothing to put anything down. So, and that's the only one I have in that binder. So, anyway, excuse me, that was my most creative endeavors recently. So if I do more diamond painting in this vlog, I will probably progressively show my progress of what gets done, because I'm planning on probably extending this through Sunday, maybe, because I'm off this weekend. So while I'm off today, I have whatever gets done for the rest of today, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I will probably aim to upload this Monday. If not, I have Tuesday off, so then maybe I'll just extend it through Tuesday. Finish Tuesday and upload Tuesday. So we'll see. I don't have a thought for a TBR. I have 2 books sitting on my shelf up here. I have 1 book I'm in the midst of called Hex Twisting. I want to finish that at some point. Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 30 that came out a month ago, and I still haven't finished it. So that would be the end of that manga. And then I have the audiobook for The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah I was listening to. I think there was another audiobook I was in the midst of, and I don't remember what it was, and I'd have to dig through my Spotify to find it. Because I think I want to try being better at listening to my audiobooks while I'm diamond painting. So, unless I'm on the phone, because sometimes I get productive when I'm on the phone with my boyfriend and our one other friend. Can't explain why, but that's what I'm going to try to do, is I'm going to try to be a little more productive with this stuff. My creative endeavors and my reading, I need to get back into it. And I will still, do my daily updates for Tomodachi Life. Because I just do that. I don't know if I'll show any footage, because the camera it would probably look really bad on camera. I don't know. Yeah, otherwise that is my plan. I'll give reading updates, diamond painting updates, the whole shebang. So I will be back whenever I have an update. And my laundry's done, just in time. Alright, see you later, bye. Okay, so I'm back with updates. I just finished Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 30, the final volume of the series. Honestly, I know a lot of people hated how it ended, and yada yada yada. But in my opinion, I actually liked the ending. Could there have been more to the series? Yes. But as most people know, there's a spin-off that Akutami did, which is JJK Medulo, which would be... It's Utah's grandkids, doing stuff in the future, because I won't spoil a bunch for people that don't know. And there is a manga that started being, like, digitally, you can read the whole thing, it's finished. I think back earlier this year, sometime between January and March, Volume 1 was published in Japan. But for it to be out here in the States, translated in English, as far as I've heard, it won't be released till either late this year, as in 2026, or sometime next year in 2027. So, that's that. So now I have no actual JJK media to consume until season 4 comes out. Now that I'm done with the manga. And so then, because I did make a little TBR for myself, because I think I know what I'm in the mood for. And also I just want stuff that's like short and easy to read. But I think next I'm going to do A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. And I have the whole trilogy. So I'll do that. That's my plan. The last 2 books were like all Good Girl, Bad Blood, and As Good as Dead. I don't know if there's more books to that series. So I'm just going to stick with the trilogy. And if there's more, then we'll figure that out later. And then, ouch. I have 3, technically 4 Natasha Preston books I need to read. I think the last one that came out was called The Obsession, and I don't own it. But what I do have that I need to catch up on is The Haunting, The Dare, and The Party. And then one book I have been in the midst of reading this whole time is Hex Twisting. One of my witchy nonfiction reads. I am sorry, I keep putting the camera so close to my face. And then for audiobooks, I do have The Stardust Thief, which I mentioned earlier. And no, I didn't have any other audiobooks in progress. It was just The Stardust Thief. So, that's what I'm planning on working my way through for the next week or so. We'll see what else I get through. If I read those 7 books. Sorry, I had to do math. That took me 8 books, including the audiobook. So, we'll see what I get through. Otherwise, it was kind of productive, and I did kind of go back to scrolling on my phone. Oops. But I also, my laundry's done, and I did the dishes and did the litter box. So my chores are done. I guess aside from actually folding and putting away my laundry, but that can always be done later. Otherwise, the only things I have left to do today is just chill out, take a shower. Maybe if I feel like it, I'll actually fold and put my laundry away before I gotta go to bed. Because then it's back to going to work tomorrow. Yay! Well, I guess I'll be back with updates, and it'll probably be tomorrow. Okay, I am back with an update 2 days later. I read nothing yesterday. I don't know, I just wasn't motivated to read yesterday. I guess it wasn't entirely that I wasn't motivated, I'm just always so tired with work, and then I just came home, and I was doing good, I didn't go to sleep, and I was whatever, hanging out. And then I fell asleep, I dozed off, and I woke up, and it was 7:45, and I went, oh no. So I had to, get up and rush and shower and eat dinner. And then I had, that little bit of time before, 9:30 to fall asleep. Actually be able to get up for work in the morning. And then, yeah, that was a good time. Because then I slept horribly because my stepmom's a dick. Yeah. And I just kept having nightmares, and that was a lovely time. Such a lovely time. But what I do have for reading updates is I kind of binged it. It looks like halfway through. Goodreads said 43%, but they also never have their page calculation right a lot of the time. But I'm on page 190, which is chapter 21. So essentially, so far what's happening is just a lot of chatting. The page formats are kind of interesting, where they're like, yeah, you go on to what's normally happening, like a paragraph, and then it's like this, they're chatting or they're texting, and which I think is cool and did definitely make it go faster. And now I understand all the people that would read this series to come out of a reading slump. I binged 190 pages in 2-3 hours because I took breaks in between, normal breaks everyone takes. You gotta use the bathroom and whatever. And yeah, otherwise, I stopped reading that night, did my normal routine, had to eat dinner and shower, and I checked my game, and that was it. And then today, just now, I was just cleaning the house some. I still need to, vacuum my room, and that's really about it. And finish laundry, because I feel like I'm always doing laundry when it comes to my days off. Yay. But I didn't wash my bedding the other day, on Monday. I just washed clothes, but I had to do laundry again. I did give my cat a bath yesterday. So I did something productive. She hated it. I think she's still mad at me, but she was stinky, and she's getting old, and it's kind of getting harder for her to clean herself. I don't want to say she's old, because she's 9, which doesn't feel old. I don't know. She's just my little baby. But she's so soft. After washing, brushing her, drying her, she's so soft. So, otherwise, aside from that, I was just listening to my audiobook for The Stardust Thief, and I just finished chapter 11. I don't remember what chapter I started on, to be honest. It's probably chapter 8 or something. I don't remember. But also part of it I tuned out because running around and cleaning, and sometimes things are louder than the audiobook. I didn't have a full volume sitting on the kitchen counter. I don't remember what else I was gonna say. Oh, in the beginning of this vlog, I mentioned that there was probably another audiobook I had going, and I couldn't remember what it was, and I thought I didn't have anything else in progress, because Spotify said I had nothing else in progress. I lied. It's Her Radiant Curse, the Six Crimson Cranes trilogy. It's the last book in that trilogy. I started listening to that a longer time ago than the audiobook for The Stardust Thief, so I need to finish The Stardust Thief and Her Radiant Curse at some point. So those are the 2 audiobooks that I need to finish. Otherwise, same stack of TBR that I showed you. And then I forgot I had all this manga down here. I'm planning on unhauling it, but I want to read it before I unhaul it. But it's all 10 volumes of Dream and Sun, and all 6 volumes of Wotakoi. And yeah, so my TBR grew a little bit, but just to make sure, the manga's if I feel like I need a palate cleanser in between novels, maybe, but also just because I remembered I didn't read them, so I gotta read them before I sell them. Which, of course, if you're interested in anything, if I mention I'm unhauling a book in a video, I do usually leave my Pango Books shop link in the description. So if you're interested, click that. Okay, that's all I have for my tangent right now. So I will be back with updates either later or tomorrow. We'll see. Bye. Hello, it is Saturday morning. I'm here to update quick. I don't remember where I was when I updated last. I think I want to say I was on page 187, the first 100-page mark. Not yesterday. Day before. What day is it? What day was that? Wednesday? I don't know what day it is anymore. I read... No, it might have been Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. My last day off when I read the next 100 pages. So I got to page 286. Which left out a chapter. Chapter 34 or something. What chapter did I just leave off of? Guardy, don't. Sorry if you heard my dog barking. But, yeah. So, it's really hard for me to remember what I read the other day. Pretty much it wasn't much different. Same thing. Talking to all these people and getting insights of what happened with this whole investigation, blah, blah, blah. But tell me why, just now, they just have to throw in, oh, the dog, yeah, he's dead. He died. He ran away, drowned in a river, dead. Why did that need to be thrown in the book? I think animal deaths are so unnecessary. Anyways, that's my update for now. Otherwise, the only other reading I've done is listening to the audiobook for The Stardust Thief, which I'm now 53% of the way through that audiobook. So I'm doing good there. Otherwise, today's goal is finish this last little chunk, the last 100 pages of that. And then I'll probably find something to do to listen to an audiobook for a little bit, but then that'll be moving on after that to book 2 of Good Girl, Bad Blood. So, yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. Because otherwise, I've gotten everything done today. I had to do one more tiny load of laundry. My grocery shopping's done. I had breakfast. Fed the animals. Yeah. So everything is done. I got a cat in here, and I think my dog has to go outside again because she was just in here bugging me. So I'm going to let her out again, then I'll actually be able to finish my book, and I'll be back with more updates. Hello. As you can probably hear, it is storming like crazy. Can't really. Wee. Yeah. It's downpouring, and there's a little bit of lightning, a little bit of thunder. So, today, what day is it? It is Tuesday. Didn't really read much this weekend. I tried. I hurt my back somehow, which is fine. It's doing better now. Thank goodness. So I did go to work yesterday. I did finish on Saturday? Friday, Saturday? I did finish A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Then kind of started trying to read Good Girl, Bad Blood, but I've been reading it for the last, hour or so? 2 hours? I think I'm going to say 2 hours, because it's almost 3. I'm this far through. I've been reading kind of slow. I'm sleepy. I'm not doing good today because last night the lovely shark attack happened, and now I'm just crampy and cranky and happy I didn't have to go to work today. But I am now on page 118 out of 397. So I have less than 300 pages left. So that's good. I don't know if I'm going to just try and read all night, or if I'll just read till maybe dinner time and call it good, or just whenever I'm in the mood to stop reading. I did also decide to cave. I looked for The Obsession by Natasha Preston, and I found a listing really cheap on Pango. So I ordered that this morning. Hello, kitty. There's a kitty. Oh, I didn't realize how close I was. Whoops. Cat cam. Otherwise, yeah, that's really all I've done today. It's just kind of, like, obviously did my chores. Sorry, that was a terrible camera angle. But yeah, it was more of a, I woke up, and then I, ate breakfast, and scooped the litter box, and took a shower. Trying to make sure my hair is still not soaking wet. I just put it up because I was like, it's dry enough and I need it out of my face. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just trying to enjoy the cozy weather and a good book. So, boop. She was staring up at me. Otherwise, yeah, that's really all I'm doing is I'm just trying to... This is my self-care day. Then I work tomorrow and then I'm off Thursday. So my goal is to read as much as I can tonight. The rest of the today, I should say. Today, tomorrow, Thursday. I want to get this up probably Thursday evening. We'll try. If not, it'll probably be Friday afternoon after I'm off work. It'll probably be Thursday night. We'll see. Because I have a long weekend ahead of me. So, yeah. That's my update for right now. So I will be back with more at some point. Hi, I'm here to end the video. I forgot to yesterday because I told myself I was going to read and then I ended up not doing that. So, I still need to finish... What is it? Good Girl, Bad Blood. And I only finished the 2 books in a week, which was Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 30 and Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Yeah, that was it. So, that was this week's vlog. I know there wasn't a lot much to it. Hope you guys enjoyed anyways. I'm gonna go try and get rid of this massive headache I have. Yeah. Hopefully I get a video on time next week. Bye.